Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll explain what is the number pi. I'll show you what's the relation of pi to the circumference and the area of any circle. We will see together how people started to think of the number of the irrational number pi. Okay, before I start, I want you to know that C is the circumference of any circle. Okay, and what do you mean by the circumference? It means the length of the total curve that represents the circle. And we have something else, which is diameter, d, or small letter d. And we have the center, O. And we have radius, r, or small r. So the radius, both radius and diameter, should access the center point O. And the relation between r and d actually should equal 2r, or capital letters, d equal 2r. So the whole thing is a diameter, but it should access or go through the center. And we have radius. Now, suppose that we have two circles, small circle and large circle. This is circle number 1 and this is circle number 2. So we have circumference, I'll call it C1, and we have diameter, or diameter, I call it D1. For the second circle, we have circumference C2 and diameter D2. If we calculated the following, if we divided C1 by D1 and divided C2 by D2. So if we divide for the first circle, its circumference over its diameter, and for the second circle, we divided its circumference by its diameter, the answer should be equal. This is something weird. And both of them will give us one number, which is 3.14159 blah blah blah. As I mentioned before in one of my videos, that pi is an irrational number, and this is pi. So what's pi? Simply pi, if you take any circle, you divided its circumference by its diameter, you will get one value only. Regardless if the circle was small or the circle was so big, you will get only one value. If you divide its circumference by its diameter, it's called pi. This value is called pi, which is 3.14159 and blah blah blah. So again, the value of pi is whenever we divide the circumference for any circle by its diameter. Now, for a certain circle like this, we have its circumference C, diameter D, and we know that the circle is here, and if we take the half of the diameter, we will get R. Now, what's the relation again? We said pi is equal C over D. Okay, so if we need the circumference, in this case we have to multiply here. So C is equal D by pi. But we know that D is equal to R. So 2R by, or 2 by r. That's why the circumference of any circle, it's 2 pi times its radius. Now what's the area? And area here, I'll say area of a circle is equal the integration. I didn't explain the integration yet, so I'll not go in details. I'll just tell you that it's the circumference dr. No need for this. And the circumference is 2 pi r dr. Later I'll show you how we can compute this integration. The answer will be equal pi r square. So the area of a circle is pi r square. The circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. Just to remind you, pi is the division of a circumference of a circle by its diameter. Thank you very much.